Howdy ho, nomies! Welcome to Alaska in the pissing rain. Well, we got a project to do because we got a phone call from the VIP Brandon with the situation. What's the situation? Well, the birdie birds flew the coop. They're out here wandering around all over the place. If you remember, we had problems with the hawk earlier this year. Stepped outside this morning on a beautiful day, and what did my gnoming eyes see? I don't know if you can see it or not. She's still sitting up there in that tree. He wants them birdies. She ain't gonna get them. So, the VIP Brandon said, Nomi, we need a bigger coop. And I said, Brandon, I can build you a bigger coop. But first, we gotta roll the intro. What do you think? You ain't a crowing rooster, are you? Your brother sure is noisy over at my place. Anyway, oh yeah. Roll the intro. You ready? Let's go. Well, there's one of the hens on the loose. What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? And we got another hen over here. Boy, you are noisy. And another rooster. Alright. Brandon said he wanted a much bigger coop because he wants more birds next year. Check. And he also wants it movable aroundable because we're going to have it over there in the front yard, move it around on the grass, spread out the love. Chickens get all they want to eat. And yeah, they're not out here getting preyed on by hawks. Anyway, so what are we going to do? Well, fortunately, our boy Brandon has a garage. So we're going to set up shop, get some materials lists going, and show you what we're going to do. All right. Nice dry shop, but we better turn off the music, otherwise we get in trouble. All right, nomies. First thing you gotta do if you're gonna build yourself a giant chicken tractor, that's what we're doing, is we're building a giant chicken tractor, is you need to find a plan. And you either find a plan, or you make a plan. That's what I did. I made a plan. Can you see it? Sort of? Huh? I gotta list all the stuff, materials list we need right here. And what I gotta do next, since I got the saw set up, I got a pile of materials over there, I got to figure out what I got to cut. So I'm going to make what's called a cut list. I'm going to go through here and see how many of this size we need, and how many of that size we need, and how many of this size we need. And then we'll make a whole list, and then we'll just go through and chop, 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 and get her all done. All right, there's our first bit of our cut sheet for all of our uprights and all of our crisscrosses. Yeah, uprights, crisscrosses. And you got a stack of 2x right there. You got the heater getting ready to kick in, so it's going to get noisy. So, let's cut something. Alright, according to our cut list, we need 5 of them at 85 and a half. There's 85 and a half. Line it up. And drop the beat. Homies, I want to thank you all for sticking around while we were taking a break there from making videos for a little bit. And thank you for all the encouraging messages you sent me while I was in my hiatus for a little bit. Trying to get some other stuff done around here. And yeah, there you go. Thanks for sticking around. Alright, homies, we got all of our uprights for the front and the back cut. Now we're going to do our crossy pieces. There's a bunch of those. So we set up a jiggy dig. Got the saw set up here, so every single one of them is going to be the same and perfect. Alright, back to it. Drop the beat. I also want to give a big shout out and welcome to all of our new subscribers we've gotten in the last couple of weeks. Bunch of new people in here. I want to welcome you. Get down in the comments, ask some questions, introduce yourself. Let the Gnome Gang know you're around. Good to have you here. Alright, nomenclatures. We got all our pieces cut. Now, it's time to get jiggy with it. And you know what I mean when I say getting jiggy with it. We're getting jiggy with it. Time to break out the Craig. We got a lot of holes to drill. We got to drill them in this way and that way and this. Yeah, that way it's going to hold all this together really good. Perfect and square and nice. So, let's do it. Alright, we got you set up over here on the high speed, but I'm not liking this camera angle. Let's try it over here. It's a little better. Let's try it over here. That'll work. That's a pepper, boy. Get jiggy with it. Get jiggy with it. And make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Well, some of you might not be familiar with the Craig pocket hole drilling jiggy mahabra there, right there. I'm using that blue thing. Man, it's freaking awesome. I use it for so many different projects. Just as long as your cuts are nice and square, you get your pocket holes in the right position and then perfect. Works every time. There we go. All drilled out, ready for sanding and painting. What do you guys want? I'm building your house as fast as I can, okay? You guys like standing out in the rain anyway. It's coming. Keep your britches on. Pretty rooster. One more over there. Alright, back to work. Alright, Nomies, it's been a couple of days. We got 2 coats on most everything. Everything that's above me, above my head, and below my knees. That way we don't have to reach up, but we don't have to bend down. Just gonna put this together. But we got a couple more. So we need another coat on because it bled through with pressure treated. Got a couple here, need a second coat on. All those are done and ready to go. So let's break out the Roller Cam 5000. What's the Roller Cam 5000? Well, it's the first time ever seen on YouTube. I don't think anybody's ever stuck a camera to a paint roller and painted before. It's a first.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down, they wanna rise up while you drown, they wanna fill your head with doubt, they're silently scared that you'll...
That's all the painting done. Let's start putting this thing together. Alright, Nomies, all of them are done as much as we're going to be able to do. So, let's take a look at the plan. What are we going to do next? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to take all the upright pieces for the front wall, the upright pieces for the back wall, which is shorter, because it's got a slope roof, you can't see it. I only drew one side because I know what I'm doing. Anyway, let's see. We're going to get these uprights and we're going to put these little cross pieces on them. Get them ready to install. And that way when we put it together, all we got to do is put these on there and all them little pieces are already done. You get the idea. Let's do it. Alright, basically I got a jig set up here. This is set at 90 degrees. Get that out of the way. And we're going to do it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And these are the ones I cut for the front and the back. They're going to go on here. Let me just set the camera up and I'll show you. Alright, Nomies, make some room here. Basically what I'm going to do is I take one of these and I put it here on like this. And I take this clamper right here and I clamp her down right there so she don't move too much. There we go. That's better. Ta-da! And that's in our way. Alright, let's figure out something different here. Hey, Nomies! Do you know one of the bestest, awesomest ways to help support our channel is, and it doesn't cost you a dime? Well, let me tell you. It's by sharing the video. Go on, do it, do it. Hit that little share button. You can do it. There we go. That'll kill two birds with one stone. Hold that together, nice and tight. Let me get some screws. Now the screws we're using here are 2.5 inch, 64 millimeter they call it. And it's for softwoods and plywoods. That's what we're using. And it's also coarse thread, soft plywoods, outdoor and indoor use. It's got this blue coating on it so they don't rust outside. So that's why we're using those. Boy, Nomies, we got some pretty cool things in store for you coming up in the future for videos. The VIP Brandon's going to be joining us for some fix-it and how-to and repair videos and maybe even some build projects. You never know. And the lovely Brittany, his wife, is going to be doing some cooking with the Nomies. She's going to be teaching us some stuff, and we're going to be teaching her some stuff. So stick around for all that and more to come. There we go. Well, there we are. All those there thing areas that were put together. Ready to go. Got all the rafters painted. And I went and I put these long ones together. This is the base. It goes on the ground. And it's a pressure treated 2x4 on the flat, 2x6 on the upright. And the reason I did this is because this is where all our support's going to be for our wheels that go on here. So I wanted to make sure this was nice and beefy. And that should do just fine. So we got a 16-footer, got a 16-footer, got an 8-footer, and a put it over there. So we have our 8x16. And I did go ahead and put this on here because there's one other thing I want to do. Is this is going to have 4 uprights along here. And the wheel is going to go on this side out here. But I want to make sure this is nice and beefy because this is where all the pressure is going to be with the weight and everything. So rather than just leaving this like this, I'm going to actually take some plywood and cut some triangles to fit all the way down in here, and we'll screw them in various places, and that'll really beef this up. And we'll do it in all 4 spots in the corners, and everything will be good to go. Alright, Nomies, there's our triangle reinforcement pieces cut to fit, all painted up. Now we gotta take all this stuff, load it up, and get it up to the house and start putting this thing together. Let's do it. We'll see you at the house. Alright, Nomies, we got most everything over here. I got the frame together on the ground, all screwed together. And the VIP Brandon showed up. We're going to get this thing square because it's got to be square and not out of square, because if it's out of square, everything's going to be all cattywampus. So, how do we make this big thing square? Basically, we got to take a couple diagonal dimensions and measurements from this corner to that corner, and from that corner to that corner. And if they match, it's square. If they don't, we got to put this strap on here and squeeze it together and make it work. That's what we're going to do. Alright, nomenclatures, we got all that squared up. I got some temporary pieces on here to keep it square, so we can start putting up our walls. There's our back wall. Yeah. What is your problem? I'm working as fast as I can. Sheepers. I don't know about these birds. But we're coming along. We got our back wall up now. Got our front wall up. Got our reinforcing triangles in the front. And we're getting ready to work on that end wall and this end wall. Getting her done. Alright, Nomies, I got started on our end wall here. I got our uprights on. We got our header piece going across there, upright over there. Now we got to frame in our door opening so we can get in here. Put some cross members on here, keep it from racky tacking, and then we'll move over there and frame in the coop side because the coop's going all the way down there. So let's get you set up so you can watch what we're doing. Of course, all the help shows up. Why are you eating sawdust? There's no nutritional value to that whatsoever. You goofy rooster. My goodness. Alright, back to work. There we go. This end wall's done. Got a nice big door opening. Got our cross pieces on there. Everything's nice and solid and ain't moving, so move everything down and start working on that end. Alrighty, Nomies. We got quite a bit done. In fact, our walls are done. Front wall, back wall, cross members, supports, everything, every bit of thing. We got our supporting triangles down in there. Actually, I'm going to put some in there, but I'm going to end up having to probably pull these off anyway because I want to put the chicken wire in. And I'd rather the chicken wire go behind this. I think it'll look nicer. So that's what we're going to do. But yeah, just looking at all this, we just got done putting our top plates in. But there is one thing I want to do. Since all this is tied together, and all these are tied together with this triangle here, holding everything together, so when it's being drug around, it doesn't fall apart. We want to do the same thing up here. We want to make sure we tie this top plate in with the walls. So basically what we got to do is, I got a 1x4 here. It's about 10 inches long. I'll put a 45 on there. And we're going to put a little bit of glue on there, clamp it, put some screws on there, and that'll tie that together nice and solid. So that's our next step. Alright, Nomies, here's our piece here. Just going to put a little bit of glue on the back here side here. Just a little bit. And then we need a clamp. And basically that's going to go flush with that that top right there. We're going to jed clamp it here. A little less clampage. We don't want to squeeze all the glue out. We just want it to be held there, which it's being difficult. There we go. Glue just wants to squeeze that board out of the way. We'll get her though. There we go. That'll work. Then we got some 1 5/8" screws. Gonna go in here like this. There we go. Nice and secure. Tied in nicely. And that makes all that one solid piece. So there you go. I'm going to do it 4 more times over here, 5 times on the other side. Then we can start putting the roof rafters on. You ready for that? I am. Alright, there they are. All tied in. You got it done on both sides. And a little butterfly come to visit. Check it out. Ain't he pretty? That's a pretty little butterfly. gonna fly south for winter, you gotta stick around. Anyways, well, this thing's looking really good. Super solid. I can't believe how sturdy this thing is. Well, I can because it's got plenty of bracing and everything, but yeah, this is looking good. We're gonna have a nice, decent sized run. This will be the coop side over here. Coop's gonna have a elevated floor, and this is all gonna be closed in. Nesting boxes, roosts, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, that's it. Tomorrow, chicken wire and roof rafters. And this project will be coming to a close real soon. It's got to, because winter's on the way. Alright, Nomies, we are back out here at the VIP Brandon's house, finishing up the chicken tractor. Today, it's time to put on the roof. Well, at least the rafters. Alright, there are multiple ways to lay out roof rafters. This is a pretty simple project here. I could set the ladder up and I can climb up there and I can mark it, and then I can climb over here and I can mark it, but that's too much work. So what I done did was I put a representation of where the roof rafter is by putting a mark there and a little block, and then 2 foot higher, zip, which is the same distance as there to there, 2 foot higher. I'll put another block over here, and we set our first roof rafter on there. That way, it's a lot easier working height. Yeah, because we don't like working over our head because it hurts. Anyway, first thing I'm going to do is I set this up here because, like I said, this represents that spot up there. So it's sitting right here, and I've got the rafter all the way over to here and flush at this point. Because the first thing I want to do is get my pencil out and mark that angle right there. You see it? There. So that'll be one of the first cuts I make. And then the next thing I want to do is I want equidistant overhang, front and back. So let me grab my tape measure and we'll figure that one out. All right, let's see. If all my overhang's in the back here, I'll put that there and that there. We got 21 inches. So if we want half the distance in the front, half the distance in the back, that means we want 10.5 inches. Both sides. So let's make a mark. 10.5 inches. Alrighty, I don't know if you can see that tiny mark or not, but there's a mark on there at 10.5 inches. Now we're going to slide this uphill so that meets the wall right there at 10.5 inches. And then this end we should have, double check. Let's double check, Nomies. Oh yeah, 10.5 inches. Perfect. Now, let's make our marks for our crow's feet. Alright, Nomies, we got our first angle cut. I got it back up here for a test. And it's nice and flush. So that's our right angle. That's 15 degrees, by the way. So, if you've got an 8 foot span and a 2 foot rise, your angle is going to be 15 degrees. Every time. Don't ask me how. It's just some kind of magic. Or math. Or both. Anyway, taking a look at this, I'm reconsidering even doing these little crow's feet because there's such a tiny gap there. I don't think it's worth all that effort. If it was a bigger ledger and a bigger roof and bigger rafters, I'd probably worry about it. But since we are going to be using these hurricane clips to hold these on there, I think we're going to be golden. So we're just going to cut all our angles, get them all laid out, spaced out, and hooked up. So let's get the camera set up so you can check it out. Alright, there's all our roof rafters up. We got our hurricane clips in. All our rafters that we can tie down. Let me show you this here real quick. These here I didn't secure down yet. I need to bring over a chisel because you can see the way that sits right there. It's going to have to come down because it needs to line up with that point right there, not that one right there. So I'm just going to chisel a little notch out of all these where it's hitting. One there, and then just a tiny bit there. And we'll be golden. So let's get that done. Let's see how's it looking over here. Uh-oh. I got one I gotta flip over. Oh well. The rest of them are all good. Hurricane clips along there. Get our little tie down blocks on our 2x4s. We're gonna clean up and call it a day because there's a lot up and down on the ladder for an old guy. Tomorrow, on goes the roof. The roof won't be on fire because it's metal. Never change things by fighting the existing reality. To change something, build a new model that makes the existing model obsolete. I'm a know-me, he's a know-me, she's a know-me, you're a know-me, wouldn't you like to be a know-me?
Put your comment down on the bottom.
Click the subscribe down on the bottom. Click the like button.
Down on the bottom.
Make a comment.
Down on the bottom.
Peace out.